I love Comcast. Is it working? It seems to be somewhat behaving itself. Anyway, I hope y'all are ready for yeah. What if I just ran 3 minutes of ads right now? Wait, no, the pre-rolls are still fucking off. That is quite funny to me. Anyway, can anyone see me? Am I alive? It seems like I am. You can see my cursor. Hello. But like Stream Elements isn't sending the thing. Question mark. What is this? Oh, well. Never mind. I just didn't hear it. Okay. Hello. Let's try and continue. Can I at least finish one stage? Alright, wait. I did read that. They look like things that were on those people's heads earlier. I don't know what they are, but we shouldn't get too close to. Unfortunately, I had forgotten that 80% of the sinners valued my suggestions less than the cooing of a random pigeon on the roadside. Poor Dante. Dante defenders, rise up.
그래서 이 닭들을 족치면 그 집에서 치킨을 평생 먹을 수 있다는 거지?
So, can we have free chicken for life after we're done whacking these pullets? Eh? What?
귀엽군. 모서리다.
Cute. Let's stab. I mean, self-explanatory. Oh, I get it. That one was slice them all bare. Huh.
끄덕.
Nod. We got it. Provoked, the raw chickens leapt into the air. Huh? Heathcliff? Oh. Well, there it fucking is. Heathcliff? Oh no. Heathcliff, you got chomped. Heathcliff's face was devoured by one of them. Chompa chompa. Heathcliff, no. How else will we do count of 6? Heathcliff! Heathcliff stood in silence with the raw chicken adorning his head. It was quite the sight, much to my terror.
전 지금 히스클리프 씨
Wait, was
쪽이
it
더
not even
괜찮은
going?
것 같은데요?
Hold up.
지성적으로 보이잖아요.
When was it? When did this start? Whatever. We're continuing. I think I like Heathcliff better this way, you know? He actually seems intelligent now.
어떻게 단테? 빨리 시계 돌려.
Oh, OBS, please. Oh gosh, what do we do, Dante? Wait, quick, your clock. But then, nothing would stop me from rewinding here. The problem is, what if my head turns into a chicken while the clock's working? SD.
그게 그거라뇨.
Same difference.
시계 대가리나 닭 대가리나 무슨 차이가 있다고 유난인지 모르겠고.
Why is everyone so rude to Dante? Clock head, chicken head, they're no different, so I don't get being huffy over it. It looked like Sinclair was the only one actually worried about Heathcliff.
히스클리프 씨, 괜찮으세요?
Mr. Heathcliff, are you alright in there?
있지. 분리가 안 되면 이대로 우리 마스코트로 써먹어 보는 건 어때?
Imagine there's also a thunderstorm. Thunderstorm plus my network issue sounds like a recipe for disaster. Say, why don't we keep him as our mascot if this thing never comes off? No, rejected. What is the deal with you and mascots anyway? Cool.
저걸 보시오. 히스클리프 씨가 다른 닭들과 대화를 나누고 있어.
My dog is perturbed by the thunder. Oh, lead your eyes thither. Heathcliff is communicating with the other hens. I'm not doing that.
수다쟁이가 되었네요, 히스클리프 씨.
Hoo-hoo, Heathcliff's become quite the chatterbox.
히스클리프 씨가 대화를 한다기보단 얼굴에 씌워져 있는 저 닭이 히스클리프 씨의 몸을 빌려서 말하는 것 같군요.
It appears that the chicken sitting on his face is using his mouth to communicate rather than Heathcliff himself. cosplay.
타오르는 석양의 해결사들 코스프레를 같이 하고
Wait.
싶었단 말이오. 생닭머리를 해가지고선 그 코스튬을 해봤자 저대로는 비웃음만 당할 것이오.
Oh, you sweet, sweet child, Don Quixote. Snick, I cannot leave Sir Heathcliff in these straits. I had wished to cosplay with him as two fixers der Tardesser. Oh dear. Ardiente someday. We would only be subject to mockery if you were to engage in mummery with that chickened head. To avoid the gathering cloud, we shoved Heathcliff into the interior of Yunbong's bar and friars and followed behind him. I'm all for the Heathcliff bullying.
이 닭대가리 도저히 못 봐주겠군. 정신이 바짝 돌아오도록 만들어주지.
I can't stand his clucking anymore. I'll bring him back to his senses sharply. Otis grabbed the raw chicken on Heathcliff's head and with one hand and began to slap it ruthlessly with her spare. No comment. Furiously.
타격 소리가 적군의 포로를
How would you know this, Merceau? The sound of the impacts was comparable to when she was interrogating a captive enemy.
정신 차릴 기색이 보이지 않는다. 어쩔 수 없겠어. 닭머리를 통째로 뽑아내겠다.
I don't see him ever recovering on his own. This leaves us no choice. I will remove the chicken head as a whole.
그렇게 막 무 뽑듯이 뽑아도 되는 거야? 그러다가 얼굴
I mean-
가죽이라도 벗겨지면 어떡해?
Dante can just rewind and it'd be fine. Is it really okay to yank it off like that? You might peel his face right off with it.
답답하군. 설사 얼굴 가죽이 벗겨져도 관리자님이 계시니까 괜찮은 거다.
Like, not to be taking advantage of Dante's abilities, but that's literally what they're there for. Grow a backbone, even if his skin were to be removed, it's perfectly fine, as our executive manager is here to handle it. No, seriously, it's really not fine for me, Otis, and I can't just... Despite her opposition, Otis began jostling the chicken with all her might. I heard something tear. It didn't actually come off, did it? Huh?
정신이 드나?
Back with us, soldier?
이번에 왜 이상한 국물?
I'm not thinking about it too hard. Ugh, what's with this barmy soup in my mouth?
히스, 계속 이상한 말들을 중얼거리면서 닭들이랑 진지하게 대화를 나눴어. 기억나?
Heath, you were having some serious discussion with those chickens, clucking weird stuff, remember?
그러고 보니 뭔가 대화가
He has
머릿속에
this
들어왔던
big
것 같기도
fuck-ass
한데.
baton for what? Huh? Now that you say it, I think I did hear something gabbing in my head.
뭐라더라?
Recipe?
레시피를 잃어버렸다고 했는데.
What were they on about? Some sort of recipe got lost, I guess.
손님을 모이게 하는 비장의 요리법이었는데 그게 없어진 이후론 손님이 발길을 뚝 끊어서.
It was the cornerstone of this eatery, but once it was gone, he stopped getting customers.
그 후론 주인님이 갑자기 이상해지더니
And that's when he
우리들을
turned into a
감염시키고.
chicken. And that's when the master started acting off and infected us all.
지금 닭들이랑 우리라고 하는 거예요?
I mean, he kind of looks like a chicken. Did you just say those chickens were us?
젠장. 아직까지도 닭도리들의 영향이.
Bugger. I'm still recovering from those head hens. This is confusing.
쟤네 이름이 닭돌이었나요?
That's what you decide to call them? I mean, they're like head crabs, but chickens, so yeah. If the distortion happened because he lost the recipe, we just gotta find it. Then maybe we can somehow recreate it for him.
얼추 근접한 답안에 도달해낸 것 같군요.
You've gotten close enough to an answer.
뒤틀림에 대해 밝혀진 건 많이 없지만 선악,
So you're saying
마음이 산산이
That-
허물어졌을 때 발생한다고
So you're
알려졌다.
saying that if Philip theoretically waited for as long as it took for the events of Library of Ruina to play out, which as far as I understand is not very long. It's like a couple weeks. Then he just could have seen his office again and we wouldn't have had to go through all of that. Bestie, you could have just been patient. The Though much about the distortion remains unknown, one of the noted particulars is that it occurs when the good and evil. No, when the mind crumbles to figurative pieces. So you're saying he's a loser and he lost his mind puzzle pieces. Sounds like you just pivoted away from good and evil because that version would get too long to bother.
가령 홍루 씨가 도시를 살아가면서 절대 변하지 않을 거라고 확신했던 믿음이 있었을 거예요.
For instance, let's say that Hong Lu held a belief that he was certain would be an unchanging constant as he lived in the city.
혹은 삶을 지탱하고 있던 힘.
Is Hong Lu gonna distort?
무언가가 있었을 수도
Surely
있겠죠.
not. Or it could be a hope for some other psychological sustainment that has supported his life. Yeah, why are we talking about Hong Lu? What did he have to do with this?
그게 한순간에 무너졌다면 나를 놓아버리게 될 정도로 커다란 충격을 받는다면 마음이 허물어지겠죠.
If that support suddenly collapses in a massively shocking event. What? Oh, because Hong Lu, true. If that support suddenly collapses in a massively shocking event that causes one to let their ego go, his mind would crumble, so to speak.
뭐 그럴 수도 있겠네요.
Well, I could see that happening. What do you mean?
뭐 잘난 도련님 인생에서 일어난 대단한 충격이라 봤자 용돈 뺏기는 거 아니겠어?
What could be so shocking for a well-off cuss like you? Getting your privy purse snatched away?
용돈은 받은 적도 없었던걸요? 원할 때마다 쓸 수 있었는데 굳이 받을 필요는 없잖아요.
Average Hong Lu dialogue. Oh no, I never received an allowance. There was no need for such a thing when I could spend any amount whenever I wanted.
뭐야? 그럼 뭐였는데?
Really? What else is it then?
알고 있다고 생각했는데 지금은 떠오르지 않네요.
I thought I knew, but I can't seem to elaborate on it with words right now.
즉 정리를 해드리자면
To return to the point and sum things up,
뒤틀림은 발생자만 알 수 있는
just don't get
원인의
shocked.
심리적
Alright.
충격으로 인해 벌어진 현상.
The distortion is a phenomenon that arises from deeply personal psychological shock. Just don't get shocked.
단단히 마음의 벽을 쌓아올린 상태라고 말할 수 있죠.
The affected will have walled off their heart with a solid defense.
이 벽을 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식을 통해서 허물어야 합니다.
This wall has to be brought down using methods that the distorted would approve.
여기서 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식이라 한다면
And in this case, the distortion would want
닭요리겠군 그래.
chicken-based cooking, right? Gregor took a confident step forward after saying that.
전쟁통에서 남은 음식을
Oh my
모아
god, he can
정확하게
cook?
통조림을 이용한 요리를 해준 적이 많았지.
Not saying anything further. I cooked up a few good meals using leftovers and cans for my comrades in arms during the war.
트라우마에 시달리던 군인들도 전부 감동의
Good
눈물을
riddance.
다 같이 퍼먹었어.
Those traumatized soldiers were moved to tears by my dishes as they gobbled up the stuff. Gobble like chicken.
방금 누가 콧김 소리를 냈던 것 같은데.
Hey
내가
now,
잘못 들은 거겠지?
is it just me? Or did I hear somebody scoff at that?
웃기는군. 벌털 주제에 어디서 요리를 운운하는 거지? 네놈 차라리 그 집게로 햄버거
Whoa,
패티나
now
굽는
Ryoshi,
편이
that's too
낫겠군.
far. How droll. What does a CF know about cooking? You'd be better off flipping hamburger patties with your pincer.
와, 그레고르 씨가 가게를 차린다면 집게 사장이 되는 거네요.
Who, if Mr. Gregor opened a business, he'd be a boss with big, meaty claws.
묘쇼, 그거 벌레 털보란 뜻이었지.
Crawling
그래도
furball,
뭔가
no.
집게사장이라는 호칭은 마음에 드는군. 어이, 갑자기 머리가.
Not the big, meaty claws. I could hear Mr. Krabs in my head. Ryoshu, that's short for crawling furball, isn't it? But I'll say I do like the idea of being the guy with big, meaty claws, eh? My head just got a sting.
요리는 말이지. 혀. 그리고 거미시키는 대로 하는 것이다.
The true chef follows their tongue and blade.
전쟁통에서 마구잡이로 해먹은 음식을 진정 요리라고 부를 가치가 있는가?
Could you really say that food haphazardly mashed together in a war zone is real cuisine?
오, 방금 명대사 나왔어.
Oh, that's one for the cookbooks.
심지어 료슈 씨가 줄여 말하지도 않았어요.
Miss Ryoshu, she's speaking with full words for once. Holy shit.
있어 보이는 말이긴 하지만 저자한테서 들으니까 기분이 거시기 하군.
Grr. It sounded cool. But I'm not sure you're one to be giving out advice.
아니 그런데 요리는 해본 적이 있나, 료슈?
The hat! Actually, hold on. Have you ever even cooked before, Ryoshu?
당연. 지답지 않은 이놈이 상상조차 할 수 없는 경지의 요리를 해봤지.
I've created dishes on a level that you as a trifling cook can't dare imagine.
아니 이거 점점 열받네.
Okay, now I'm starting to get mad.
그럼
Now I'm getting mad.
료슈 편.
I'm angry. Let's see then. I'm on Shu's side.
아니 갑자기 편을 나누는 이유는 뭐지?
Why are we splitting into teams now?
재밌잖아.
I mean, it's fun.
그리고 자연스럽게 료슈 편에 선 이유는?
Then why'd you end up siding with her?
그래. 우린 그동안 너무 가까웠어.
Whoa!
오늘만큼은 벽을 좀 더 보자고.
Greg, darling, we've been stuck too close for too long. Why don't we try a little distance just for today? He doesn't have to take any distance from me. Heathcliff, having shaken off the dizziness, walked up to Gregor's side.
그러니까 저 자식을 박살내면 이긴다.
So
그거지?
we win by pulping her up, eh? No, we're not beating up women, Heathcliff. He can get closer to me, in fact. Yep, true.
아니 박살내는 게 아니라
Gregor's like, what the fuck? No, we aren't crushing anyone with force.
설마 부하들에게
Otis,
조준을 내렸다는
no!
말인가? 군인의 수치고. 참고로 난 즉석식품파다.
Do you admit to feeding your men canned food? You're a disgrace of a soldier. For your reference, I much prefer instant foods. I don't think you get much of an option, Otis.
그냥 입맛이 다른 것뿐이잖아.
That reference is just a preference.
유치하네요 정말. 이런 걸로 편가르기나 하고 싶어요?
This is childish, really. Do you guys seriously want to take sides over this?
그래서 이수는 어느 쪽이야?
Ishi.
만약에
이씨.
수감자 음식 담당자를
이씨.
그렉이나 류슈 중에 꼭 한 명 선택해야 한다면 말이야.
Tell us. Why don't you tell us? Which side are you, Ishi? If you had to choose between Greg and Ryoshu to serve food for us sinners, I think no matter which side, they're going to get food out of it, so they all win. Either way, I'm on Gregor's side.
수작 부리지 마. 이스마일 저 친구는 초반부터 나랑 생각이 좀 통했던 사이라고.
Don't you try and coax her. I know Ishmael and I have been thick as thieves since early on. Oh no. In spite of Gregor's confidence, Ishmael's face and posture betrayed a sense of awkwardness.
이스마일?
Ishmael?
그레고르 씨의 통조림 음식은 소시적에 배 위에서
That doesn't mean you're gonna eat it now. Sorry, Gregor, but if it's canned foods we're talking about, I ate more than I could ever want on the ship.
왜 눈을 못
Ishmael,
마주치는 거야?
no!
이스마일? 어?
They're just making this into a boys versus girls. I see where this is going. Come on, why won't you look me in the eyes, Ishmael? Eh? Ishmael took a few sluggish steps backward to stand next to Ryoshu. Her eyes never looked up to me, Gregor. Fishy, how could you do this? Even though there wasn't much rapport to begin with, I could hear what little trusting bond existed between the two fall apart. Oh no. Don Quixote had... Wait! Maybe not entirely. Don Quixote had glued herself to Gregor's back before I noticed. Her face was off color.
사실
Yeah, looks like she would be on that side.
버스에서 닭꼬치를 먹을 때 나 보고 말았어. 저자가 무슨 짓을 했는지.
Because she fucking roasted it to charcoal. As a matter of truth, while we were banqueting upon skewered chicken on the bus, I bore witness to that woman's most awful deed.
닭꼬치 뭘 했는데?
What'd she do to the chicken kebab?
그거는
She burnt it.
입에 담을 수조차 없어.
She burnt it to a crisp. Merceau, you put ketchup on it. That is, nay, I cannot begin to put it into words.
아, 이런. 그걸 보고만 건가? 닭꼬치의 궁극적인 맛을 내기 위한 나만의 비법이었지.
Ah, well. You saw it, did you? That was a secret technique of mine to bring out the dakkochi's ultimate flavor. Don Quixote shuddered violently. Soon enough, Hong Lu went to Gregor's side with a sparkle in his eyes. Oh my god, my
살면서
little
애완동물 사료 같은
baby!
음식들도 한 번쯤은 먹어봐야 하지
He looks
않겠어요?
so baby.
전 그레고르 씨를 응원할게요.
Oh, it would be a unique experience to try dishes comparable to pet food once in my life, right? I'll be rooting for you, Gregor. Whoa!
그래. 그거 참 고마워. 홍루.
Right. Thanks a lot, Hong Lu. Hong Lu stood behind Gregor, wearing a kind smile on his face.
파우스트, 당신이야말로 누구보다 합리적인 선택을 할 수 있겠지?
Faust, I can count on you of all people to make the rational choice, yeah? Hong Lu, my sweetie, it's okay.
글쎄요. 파우스트는 종종 모험을 즐기기도 하죠.
I don't know. As Faust can enjoy a risky venture from time to time. Faust! With that profound remark, Faust took her place behind Ryoshu. Team Gregor, no!
이해가 안 돼요. 왜 이렇게 저희끼리 편을 나누는 거예요?
I really don't get it. Why are we splitting our group into opposing teams? Because they have to have a semi-boys versus girls, and also Don Quixote.
어이, 그태 말 늦이다. 살아남을 길을 고르든가 아니면 꺼져.
Hey, chick, pick a way to survive or buzz off.
그딴 태평한 말을 하기에는 늦었다는 건가요? 그럼
Chirping hesitation isn't cool, kiddo. Then, Sinclair, I think you might be linked to Ryoshu on a spiritual level at this point. Oh no. Honestly, I'm not surprised by that. Ryoshu's ruthless remark made Sinclair trudge to her side.
아니, 협박으로 데려가는 게 어디 있어? 반칙이잖아.
Isn't it unfair to threaten him to join you? That's cheating.
나는
No, you saw. Don't be a centrist.
겸허히 골라지겠어.
Hello, Joni. How are you doing? I shan't choose, and instead I humbly await your selection.
저건 필요 없어. 가져.
Don't need that. You take it. Oh my god, it's my boys! The boys! I have to be Team Gregor now. I'm good. Hi. Great. Glad to hear it. Yisong was placed on Gregor's team without him moving a muscle. That's my baby. Oh, Merceau's here. Okay. Why is he actually built like a rectangle? Lastly, Merceau quietly stood behind Gregor.
메르소?
Merceau?
사실 좀 감동받았어. 비록 우리가 평소에 많은 대화를 나누지 못했지만 이렇게 먼저 다가와줘서 난
I'm a little touched. I know we never really got to talk much, but you still decided to come and stand by me in my time of need. I'm so...
그저 적은 인원수가 있는 곳으로 가는 편이 올바른 균형이라고 생각했다.
I've only done so because joining the team with fewer members would set the balance right. Some will proclaim that they saw tears well up in Gregor's eyes at that moment. I'll be on your team, Gregor! I'm on your team! I'm a believer. With the teams decided, we enter the kitchen of Yunbong's looking for a suitable place to cook. I mean, if we're going along their identities, Chef Ryoshu is good, and Chef Gregor is like the worst identity in the game or whatever. I'll be on his team! I'll be on his team, please! It has Gregor, it has Isag, it got Hong Lu, it's got the other ones. I'm kidding, I like Don Quixote. It had become a long neglected mess with traces of foul rampage. Oh, foul like bird. However, Ryoshu and Gregor kicked stray plates and utensils out of their way like it was none of their business, and then took their spots. Hang on. Are we allowed to do this in someone else's restaurant?
어망측식 따위. 알게 뭐야.
It's a rash, so why care?
어차피 망하기 직전의 식당이라고요?
What the fuck? How does Sinclair do it? You can't call it a restaurant already fated to shut. We're trying to help.
그래. 우리는 뒤틀림을 해결하는 게 목표라며.
Yeah, how the fuck did you know that, Sinclair? I mean, yeah, our goal is to deal with the distortion, isn't it? An angered flock of chickens fluttered to the immediate and to intimidate the sudden intruders, but much to their dismay.
방해하면 다 베어버린다.
Get in my way and you're all getting chopped. They could chop me up. What? You look more in sync now. I need this on the loading screen. Just Gregor.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해.
Why are they bongy?
도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
Bongy! Why are they called that? The little sillies. I need the lore. Oi, Don Quixote, got anything to say about this? She must think we will not recognize that this log is hers if she doesn't confirm it. What? Why are they bongies? I love them. They're so silly.
이리로 와.
The sillies. How? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have been on Team Gregor. If he's gonna lose his first clash, it's not a good sign. Wait. Otis is on the other side, and I do like Ryoshu. I just like Gregor better.
이대로 영영 움직이지 못하게 만들어.
Silly number. No. 2. Ew, gross. I wish that win rate in non-focusing or in like these encounters, whatever they're called, were more balanced to be like if there's multiple enemies staggered, it'll target them equally and not just one. Like why? Make it easier for me to auto this game.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어.
Please.
느껴지지 않아? 이 기세로 계속 나아가 보자.
합격점.
No, that didn't even only half the health. Boo. Boo.
방금 공격은 좋았어.
What?
이대로만
점
계속해보면
찍었네.
좋을 텐데.
Wait, I didn't check how many waves there were. Surely not that many.
이제야
No silly number.
완성되었나?
More chimkins.
성공했어.
Why are some of them bleeding? What happened to them?
이대로 남은
The
대상들도
poor
전부
babies.
움직일
I'm
수
trying
없게
to zoom and I
만들어보자.
keep clicking on them. I hate the camera in this game. And may I also say, I really dislike how this game controls on mobile.
내게 받쳐주지.
Like, yeah, win rating to win is fine. But if you're not win rating, it is even easier to accidentally click on the wrong dice.
비뚤어졌구려.
정리하겠습니다.
I did it constantly.
초대받지 않은 것들.
방금 했던 공격은
모조리
매우
치워버린다.
효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해.
Like, why?
다음
They didn't
공격은
need
더
to do
잘할 수
this.
있도록.
Hongwu, silly number. And now my mouse is lagging. Great. Get them out of my sight.
점 찍었네.
What? Who knew that I could press enter to
빨리
make them go instead of clicking on the thing that's here?
찌그러져 있도.
이제 보자. 하나를
Not the
찔렀어.
poor bongies. Why are they bongies? They're so silly. Ryoshu and Gregor radiated a burning viciousness. Is this murderous aura supposed to be part of the culinary experience? It could be part of my culinary experience.
그딴 레시피 따위. 어차피 깡통 요리 중 하나 아닌가?
What recipe are you even gonna show? More canned crapola?
생존 요리를 이길 레시피는 없지.
There's no dish that beats the taste of survival.
어이 노랭이. 닭 가져와.
Hey, champagne hair, give me a head.
네.
Huh? Okay.
이상 씨, 미안하지만 이 통조림을 좀 따주겠어?
Isang, sorry, but can you open this can for me?
그리하겠어.
As you so wish. The sights and sounds filling the kitchen seemed at least somewhat proper. I can hear knives hitting the cutting boards, broth boiling up in pots, bitrate going down, And fire sizzling on cigarettes. Yeah, maybe we put those out. Huh? Why do I hear smoking in the kitchen? The two remained silent. Of course, as expected, the sound of a cigarette being snuffed out only came from Gregor's side. Yeah, good on you, Gregor. This is why we like Gregor. It also Ryoshi's
오랜만에 발 뻗고
Hook
높네요.
Hong Lu
계속
did
이대로 못
more
모아서
damage than
더
Isong.
좋은 장비를 달아야겠어요.
I've never seen this happen. Good job, Hong Lu. And I'm only on stage 4. Wait, what's the difference? They're called the same thing. They should have different names. Inflicts fragile. Okay. Heal 3 SP damage. Boo.
애도의 시간이군.
Alright, we go with the same team. Team Gregor. Woo. Oh, do we just have to fight them? Do we just click win rate this time? The poor babies. And I'm not getting any funny numbers. Yeah, I know, it's because they have no status effects on them. But there's a chance of it being reused anyways, is there not?
겁나.
Alright, being on. Oh, he did the most damage because he's definitely the fastest, generally. And what the hell? What the hell? Anyway, because he's the fastest and they're very squishy. Unopposed. Fine, I'll do it myself. Neutral. Just win. She'll just win. Neutral. This is much harder to do. What? Anyway, this is much harder to do with your mouse lagging. I still don't know why it's doing that. We go on. See, like now I wouldn't be surprised if Faust was in the top percentage. Go Faust.
빨리 해치우고 그냥 가죠.
Oh yeah, also, random aside. So this guy with all these sides on, like, his back, why are all of his attacks pierced? Like, I get that they poke, but why? They look like they should slash. Ugh. Why? Otto, you're killing me. Get these chickens out of my face. How did that not kill? Get them out of here. I'm sorry, Bongy. Alright, out of my face. Is there no story? I didn't check before clicking on the stage. It is Hook Lu again. Oh, Faust was bottom too. No. Wait, the combat symbol is the fucking chickens. It's the bongies. They look like they're falling over, like they just tripped over. Poor babies. Alright, we keep going. If nothing else, at least these enemies are super squishy. I stared at Gregor's dish for a good while. What is this, Gregor?
밀리터리 서바이벌 음식.
Oh my god, he's got the hat! A military survivalist meal. Or something like that. Do they really eat this in the military?
관리자 양반. 아이 기억 잃었다고 하지 않았어? 언제부터 음식에 대해 그렇게 섬세하게 평가했나?
Look, Manager Bud, didn't you say you're an amnesiac? Since when were you such a delicate food critic, huh? Gregor lost his usual calm demeanor and suddenly snapped at me. I'm sorry. I looked at Ryoshi's serving next. I felt like I was looking at a brand new work of art. As in, I had no idea what it was supposed to be. Ryoshu. Just to make sure you didn't mistake our objective with assassinating the distorted You didn't mistake our objective with assassinating the distorted restaurant owner, did you?
닥치.
STCU.
닥쳐. 시계라네요.
She wants to shut the clock up. Heathcliff and Merceau had caught the owner of Yunbong's and put him in a seat in the meantime. We started feeding him Ryoshu's cooking.
뒤틀림의 언어는 해석하기 어렵군요. 반복되는 패턴과 음률을
70?
연구해본다면
I don't think we got that kind of
70시간
time.
이상은 소요될 거예요.
The distortion's language is difficult to parse. It will take me at least 70 hours to decipher it based on the speech pattern and cadence.
네? 그때 동안 여기서 치킨을 튀길 수는 없어요.
That long? We can't be frying chickens for all that time. Wait, I think I can hear his voice in my mind.
흥미롭군요. 지금까지 모은 황금가지와 단테 씨 머리와의 공명으로 인한 영향일 수도 있겠어요.
How curious. This could be due to the influence of the golden vows we've collected resonating with manager Dante's head. Ugh. I think I just heard a staggering statement, but the owner's cries are too distracting.
저자가 뭐라고 하는 거지?
What's he trying to say? A funeral procession in my mouth. Is your cooking theme poultry apocalypse? He asks.
좋아. 오늘이라면 그 시계를 몸통과 분리해주겠어.
Whoa! Right. Today will be the day I rip that clock from its stem. I was just relaying the review.
그럼 둘이 사이좋게 보내지 뭐.
Then the two of you can go to hell together.
참안했군 료슈. 자신감 넘치는 그 태도는 좋았지만
A funeral procession in my mouth. Don Quixote knew. Got cocky, eh, Ryoshu? Confidence is good at all, but it's no match for a hard-boiled experience.
자자.
Funeral procession in my mouth, part 2. All right, guess it's my turn. Open up wide now, pal. Gregor, I don't think you want to hear the news.
이번에야말로 마음을 열고 있는 건가?
Is he starting to open up his heart? He's wondering if it was sludged up from the food waste dumpster outside. No! Looks like both of your dishes failed. The owner and his chickens came at us with growls, as if to experience their master's anger in full. They both suck! Alright, what would we rather be eating? Stuff from the dumpster outside or funeral procession in
도움이
your
될 수
mouth?
있을 거야.
Two. Help. My mouse. What if I blew on it like, you know, with the game cartridges? What if I did that? Anyway, who are you attacking? Neutral. Simply win.
이리로.
Simply win, please.
빨리 해치우고 그냥
At least Honglu skill 3 can just OHKO him.
괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아?
정리하겠습니다.
이 기세로 계속
찌그러져
나아가보자.
있도.
And so can
방금
Best
공격
Girl.
좋았어.
치워버리.
이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Pesty. You can't just head roll or tails roll.
이제야 완성되었나?
Even with two tails on the thing, they still exploded.
끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
이 땅과 만인에게
Alright, win.
끝이라도 되려는 자가 있다.
Wait, then who do we think is the best chef on the... I was gonna say on the Express. Like it's Honkai Star Rail. Ew. Papa Bongy, why is he weak? The reaction wrought by the sinners' cooking loses 40%, loses HP by 40% of max HP. No! Wait, 12 damage up. Huh? Don't do that. Hope we'll just stay safe, everyone.
겁나. 내게 바쳐.
Okay, so To be completely transparent with everyone, I have seen these enemies before. Because I've been doing mirror dungeons, I've seen them before. So I'm sorry, it's not my true first reaction. I'm lying to you all.
귀찮게 빨리 해치우고 그냥 가죠.
Although, it is really funny. Because I imagine I've seen maybe some enemies
단정하지
that are going to be in future contos, not like any of the super story relevant ones, but like some of them. And I'll just be like, oh, it's this fucker. Most unenthused reaction you've ever seen. What is this? Hello? Neutral. Can't really use ego. I feel like he's gonna lose. Womp. Sure.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다면
Either way, he's at like half health, so I'm not terribly worried. Be gone, little bongies. The bongy name is so cute, though. What does this mean? Alright, next attack. Woo, that means that Gregor wins. He did the final-ish hit. Ish.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가
그러면
있다면
완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
The cooking was so bad it did 40% of its health. 3 out of 5, huh?
이 숫자는 뭐야?
What are these numbers?
다섯의 기회 중 둘을 소비하였다. 이런 뜻이 아닐까 하오만.
It's maybe an indicator, alerting us of squandering 2 out of 5 opportunities. I guess each team can prepare another dish, then how's that sound? And then the power of friendship is going to unite them in the end? Okay, and just like that, thus began Limbus Company's petite cooking competition.
자, 역할군을 한 명씩 정해보지. 어차피 실패할 거지.
You sound so panicked. Right now, let's assign each of us a role. Not that it'll make much of a difference, but...
홍루 씨는 혹시 뭐 부엌에 들어가 본 적은 있나?
Say, Hunglu, have you ever seen a kitchen before? Ahem.
제 방엔 부엌이라는 게 따로 없었어요. 어렸을 땐 간식 얻어 먹으려고 집 2층에 있던 대식당에 몰래 간 적은 있긴 했죠.
Well, my room didn't have any kitchenettes, though I did sneak into the grand dining hall on the second floor a few times for snacks when I was a kid. Ahem.
그다음 이상 씨.
Let's pick Don Quixote. Next up, we have Yi-sang.
며칠 전에 다 같이 유통기한
He did what?
혼자만 얼굴 멀쩡했던 놈 아니야?
Wasn't he the only one who came out fine when we drank that spoiled milk the other day? Oh, he's a little too quirky. What the fuck? There's a limit to food taste. You're gonna get sick, bestie. It's an interesting day to be a Yi-sang trooper. The smell was a sensual one, permeating my pulmonary depths. What are you talking about? Don't drink spoiled milk.
돈 키호테. 아까부터 목 상태가 안 좋은 거야?
Don Quixote, is something wrong with your throat?
내게 맡겨보는 것은 어떻소?
What say you let me take the mantle? She said this with a bashful expression, her hands behind her back.
돈 키호테. 이거 꼬맹이들 장난할 시간 아니야.
Don Quixote, this isn't time for kids stuff.
꼬맹이 아니요. 그리고 저쪽 팀에서는 싱클레어 군한테도 요리 시켜주는데 왜 여기는 안
That's
시켜주는
because
거죠?
Sinclair is a fucking mind reader. I'm no child, and why am I denied the chef's place when Sinclair is allowed to do so on the other team?
닭이 너무 들쑥날쑥하게 잘렸다. 반듯하게 잘라야지. 허리를
Cut
펴고.
them better. The chicken is chopped too unevenly. You should cut them better. Keep your back straight.
네.
Right. Okay.
꼬맹이, 이건 너무 삼삼한 거 아니야? 난 좀 더 달짝지근하게 했으면 좋겠어.
kiddo, isn't this a bit too bland? I think it could use a teensy bit more sweetness.
달게요? 설탕이
I think he's just being bossed around by a bunch of way older women. Sweetness, let's see, where's the sugar?
파우스트가 보았을 땐 불세기를 더 강하게 해야 한다는
He's just being
판단이
backseated. Based on what Faust is seeing, the heat needs to be pitched up a notch.
저건 안 돼. 칼 쓰는 솜씨부터가 글러먹었어.
That one's hopeless. The knife grip is all wrong.
다들 그러지 말고 직접 거들지 그래요.
Why don't you just stop being backseat chefs and actually help?
확실히 싱클리어 정도면 믿을만 할 것 같네. 도련님이 입맛이 적당히 까다로울 거고.
I mean, you could definitely trust Sinclair to take on that kind of stuff. His palate should be a good enough judge too, growing up in a wealthy family and all.
잠깐. 왜 나한텐 아무도 요리해보라는
I
말을
could
안
cook an
하냐?
egg.
잘 봐. 내가 계란 정도는
Now wait a tick. Why hasn't anyone given me any suggestions? Watch, I can cook an egg.
에이, 젠장! 프라이팬이 왜 달궈져 있는 거야?
Dumbass!
뒤질 뻔했네.
Bloody hell, why is the damn fry pan heated? It almost grilled me dead. Dumbass. Everyone watched as the pan Heath clipped through hit a wall and broke into pieces. Dumbass.
이 식당 최소 140여일은 청소하지 않은 것 같은 곰팡이 냄새와 잡내가 난다.
This restaurant reeks of mold and other unclean stains. It's likely that the kitchen has been left unattended for at least 140 days.
차라리 밖에서 요리를 하는 게 위생상 더 안전할 수도 있다.
Cooking outside may be more sanitary to the current situation.
나도 시켜주시오. 요리.
Hi, Prithee. Give me permission to cook. Wait, they actually make train noises. I love Dante. How dare you mess up our kitchen? You'll reckon with our wrath for your foul deed. It just felt like that's what it was saying.
힘내자. 그래 그래.
Come on, keep it together, Gregor. Poor Gregor. I'll help keep him together.
야, 오랜만에 발 뻗고 눕네요.
I'm finally starting to straighten out my
더
life.
좋은 장비를 달아야겠어요.
Oh, finally. It's just a chimkin stage. Oh, the poor, terrible chefs. Let Don Quixote cook. She's gonna be a stealth, excellent chef. This one's got a hat.
다들 집중해줘.
It has a
수
hat.
있을 거야.
Inflict 2 paralyzed. Ew, no. I don't like that. Faust, you better win that.
이리로 와.
Silly number. Damn. Whatever, just get through this as fast as possible, please.
대체들의 체력이 많이 깎여나갔어.
Cue up those skill threes.
느껴지지 않아?
빨리 해치우고
Get them out of my
가야죠.
face.
계속 나아가 보자.
As much as I love them. Wait, only half?
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를
Y'all
입혔어.
suck.
적들이 충분히
fine.
나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
They're staggered, so they'll just die. Wait.
이리로
I will never remember that it's enter to begin your turn. And it's space in Library of Ruina. Like, why would they change that?
이제야
I'm not gonna make any assumptions on how many people are playing this that have played Library of Ruina before, but I want to say it's probably most of them.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
점
모든 걸
찍었네.
끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
귀찮게 끌지 말지.
이제
Please, wait, there's another
찔렸어.
wave of them.
초대받지 않은
Sigh.
방금 공격은 좋았어.
More
이대로만
bongies.
계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
겁나래.
Imagine if I generated more ego, I could just use vines one single time and they'd probably just explode. Instead of, alright, we gotta wait for everyone to do their turn, and unlike ego, I can't skip it. Even though we know how this is gonna we know how it's gonna go, they're all gonna win. Whoa, so much sinking. Not really. How do I get more sinking application? Why does it roll so high? Ouchie.
우리가 우세를
How do I get more
점하고 있어.
syncing
하지만
application?
여기서
Also, me
방심하면
doesn't
안
have
돼.
like the best syncing units
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고
on this
빈틈없이
particular team.
모든
Oh
걸
yeah,
끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
I was gonna deploy Spice Bush. We could do that in the next one. You.
이리로.
Did that even register?
빨리 해치우고 그냥 가죠.
I sure hope so. It did. And it did good. What? How?
우리가
How?
우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안
Please
돼.
get them out of my face.
지휘팀이라면
I'm
완벽하고
so sorry,
빈틈없이
Bongies. You need to
모든 걸
leave.
끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
이제 보자.
방금 했던 공격은 매우
빨리
효과적이었어.
해치우고
Also,
그냥
wait,
가죠.
does every Kanto from now on have
다음
like a
공격은
0.5
더 잘할 수
section?
있도록.
I would say big if true,
이
but I want to get to Kanto 4. Wow, Rare, Gregor doing all most of the work.
좋겠어.
It's combat too.
다음 5창까지는
Off we
돌아오겠습니다.
go. Will they let Don Quixote cook? Can anyone tell me what this food is meant to be?
간수다오.
'Tis quite simple.
관리자나리. 초콜릿이라는 거 참 맛있지 않소?
Ma-
그래서 넣었지.
Manager Esquire, is not chocolate such a delicacy, thus we put it in the cooking. Okay, but like theoretically, she's not even wrong. Like if you put it with like sweet chocolate, like okay, maybe not, but like cocoa, like yeah, you do that sometimes.
그리고 난 감자가 싫기 때문에 비슷해 보이는 오렌지를 대신 넣었어.
Orange? Next, I utilize oranges as a substitute for potatoes, for I much dislike the tuber. Okay, frick you, Don Quixote. I'm sorry, I take it back. How could you not like potatoes?
뭐? 누구 마음대로 감자를 빼냐? 이거 어이없는 새끼네.
What? Who do you think you are to take spuds out like that? You're a right baffling bird. Okay, but why is the chicken brutally torn to bits?
우리 동네에서는 손으로 닭을 쭉쭉 찢어 먹곤 하였지. 참 별미가 아닐 수 없어.
It was customary in our town to rip chickens into bite-sized pieces using one's hands. It was a treat to remember. He could tear me apart with his hands. And what is this black thing? Why is a lump of coal in the pan?
이거 가만 보니까 입도 없는 놈이 트심만 잡네. 너 이거 먹어볼 줄이나 아냐?
Complaining an awful lot for a mouthless cuss. Do you even know how to eat this stuff? Get! The chickens rushed at us in the distorted restaurant owner's short yet decisive order. Kill them! Alright, who wants to eat the chocolate chicken with
도움이 될 수
oranges?
있을 거야.
And also coal.
겁나.
Never let them cook again. What do you mean you tore the chicken apart with your hands? Why does Isang drink spoiled milk? I'm not gonna be over this ever.
엑소들의 체력이 많이
What
깎여
is
나갔어.
this?
괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아?
Although, let it be
계속
known.
나아가 보자.
When I saw this guy for the first time, I'm like, I'm getting the vibe check.
방금 공격은
And I'm getting
좋았어.
the stealth
이대로만
silly vibe.
계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Where it's like not outwardly silly, like Don Quixote or someone. I'm like, he has to have something wrong with him. And what do you know? Neutral. Spoiled milk. What the fuck? Speaking of what the fuck, why do they keep losing? Y'all can't keep getting paralyzed. I need you to win.
합격점.
Wait, do you think Ring Yi-sung just drinks the paint water for funsies?
우리가 우세를
Assuming that it's
점하고
actually, like, not blood water. We're not talking blood water.
있어.
Do you think he would drink the paint
완벽하고
water?
빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
정리하겠습니다.
I'm gonna say yes.
초대받지 않은 것들은
방금
Everything
했던
else.
공격은 매우 효과적이었어.
More.
하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더
Struggling.
잘할 수 있도록.
I hecking love Land of Illusion. Woohoo!
점차 찍었네.
Rare ego usage in a main story thing.
따위에 기대하고 있는 건
It's
아니겠지.
because we generate gloom and gloom only. I love gloom.
환상의 세계로 들어가 보죠.
Wham! Wow, damage! And of course,
이제야.
I was gonna say, of course it didn't proc on any of the ones with sinking, but it didn't fucking matter.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어.
Alright.
적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
Thank you, Maltooth. Win.
점 찍었네.
Win! Woo! Alright, we'll be out of here next turn. It was so bad, he just sicked the chickens on us immediately.
빨리 해치우고 그냥 가죠.
Never
우리가
cook
우세를
again.
점하고 있어.
이리로.
하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면
빨리
완벽하고
해치우고 그냥
빈틈없이
가죠.
모든 걸 끝마쳐야
Alright,
하지
how's
않겠어?
Ryoshu's team doing? I would trust Ishmael to cook a fish, but I don't know what else.
아니, 이게 어떻게 된 일이오? 먹지도 않았는데.
But then again, she did say, oh, I had enough canned food for a lifetime on the boat. Maybe she wouldn't like fish. I don't know. Nay, what manner of foul trickery is this? The number has gone down while the judge has yet to even touch his dish. He says it's not even worth evaluating, since what she said of it scared away his appetite.
주인이 뱉었던 음절수에 비해 너무 해석이 길지 않나?
That's a few more syllables than what the owner spoke, ain't it?
벌써 철회해 주시오.
Right he is! May this rejection be revoked! Hold it. Let me ask you guys this first. Have any of you tasted this? The number one rule of cooking, eat your food. You can't just feed others things you haven't tried yourselves. We're trying to please someone here.
아, 시계 자식. 오랜만에 맞는 소리를 하는군. 누가 먹어볼래?
Clockface has got a point. I have to admit, who wants to try this? The tension was thicker than when we were preparing for battle.
나를 그런 눈으로 보지 마시오.
You song, don't do it. I heard you not to look at me with such eyes.
이 한 몸 희생해서 세상의 비틀림을 돌려놓을 수만 있다면.
Permit me, if my sacrifice helpeth to unfurl the wickedness of the world. Don Quixote shut her eyes tight.
젠장 답답하네. 아무나 좀 먹어보란 말이야.
Bugger all, someone just get the damn stuff in their jaw. Heathcliff grabbed a lump out of the serving and shoved it into the nearest person's mouth. Merceau, no. It's my boy. Merceau stood completely still at the unexpected taste test. Did it kill him on the spot?
이번에 본인은 정말 아무 짓도 하지 않았어. 베르길리우스 나리가 혹여나 책임을 묻는다면.
I swear upon my honor that I've done nothing to cause troubles this time. If Sir Virgilus is ever to ask who was responsible. Ishmael in the background, what the fuck are they doing? Merceau turned to Heathcliff very slowly.
전
뭐?
The what?
전반적으로 간이 잘못되었다. 닭고기를 적절하게 익히지 못하여 비린내와 잡내를 잡는 것에 실패했고 소스는 지나치게 걸쭉해서 깊은 맛이 나지 않는다. 닭고기를 너무 들쭉날쭉히 토막냄으로써 사용자의 입맛을 돋구지 못한다.
Alright. The dressing is erroneous overall. Failure to properly cook the chicken has resulted in a residual stench of blood and the other unpleasant odors. The sauce is too thick to bring out a deep flavor. The incoherent cuts of the meat contribute to the serving's inability to rouse one's appetite.
뭐? 이거 미쳤어? 말 다 했냐?
Have you gone loony? That's what you have to say?
아니,
None.
끝이 아니다.
I have not finished.
간조합이 너무나 엉망진창. 그걸 먹은 내 입도 진창. 당신은 설탕이 부족하다고 버터 두 스푼.
Well, I was saying I wanted Merceau to speak more. The seasons and spices are a complete disaster, and the taste in my mouth is even worse than plaster. Lacking sugar, you toss 2.5 spoons of butter, and the end result simply belongs in the gutter. Alright, poet. How would you know what plaster tastes like?
미안하오.
I'm quite sorry.
이상, 당신은 이름값을 하는 건지 이상한 음식을 이상하게 만드는 건 내 일을 상하게 할 이상인가? 내 이야기는 여기까지. 이상.
Isang, I must ask if you aim to throng my teeth and prong my tongue by cooking wrong, seeing as this plate's a headstrong lens to ding-dong notions of what food is to you all along.
변명의 여지가 없군.
He's just silly. I have not one excuse.
잠깐, 쟤 모이씨인 거 아니야?
One bloody moment. Is he possessed by something, or?
보통의 사람들은 자세히 이야기할수록 핵심을 받아들이지 못하더군.
Most people were unable to accept my point when I elaborated on my statements in detail.
그러니 지금까진 구태여 길게 이야기하지 않으려 한 것이다.
Because of that, I have not bothered to expand upon them until now.
그리고
Additionally,
그럼 이번에는 메르소 씨가 요리를 하시면 되겠네요.
I know, why don't we let Merceau take charge this time? Onglu swiftly made a suggestion with a shower of collapse to break the frigid tension before his turn to be condemned came around.
저희가 물심양면으로 도와드릴게요.
We'll help you with everything you need, Merceau says. Fuck no.
나는 조수를 두는 걸 선호하는 편이 아니다.
I do not prefer to have assistants around.
걱정 마시오. 실망시키지 않겠어.
Fret not, we shan't disappoint you. Don Quixote bravely exclaimed, rolling up her sleeves.
요리는 내 전문 분야가 아니지만
You're French.
뜻이 그렇다면
You should know.
기꺼이 해보겠다.
Cooking is not my specialty, but if you so insist, I will readily attempt it. Let's have a look at Ryoshu's team then. While there was a spectacle occurring on Gregor's team, the air had grown tense among Ryoshu's crew.
하지만
But
대체 짜면서도 싱거워야 하고 너무 달진 않아야 하지만 달콤해야 하고 너무 익혀서는 안 되지만 적당히 탄 음식은 대체 어떻게 만들어야 하는 건데요?
how in the wings' name am I supposed to make food that's both salty and clean, sweet but not too sugary, and lightly cooked but somehow also crispy? Sinclair yelled, throwing the apron he had been wearing to the floor.
못 해먹겠어요. 차라리 이스마엘 씨가 말한 것처럼 히스클리프 씨와 팔씨름에서 이기는 게 더 쉬울지도 모르겠네요.
I can't do this anymore. I guess Ishmael was right. Beating Heathcliff at arm wrestling is gonna be easier than this.
그건 그냥 농담으로.
That was a joke.
확률적으로 계산한다면 그건 싱클레어 씨 키가 일주일 안에 5cm 이상이 자랄 수 있다는 것만큼 터무니없는 말.
Statistically speaking, it's as likely as Sinclair's height increasing 5 centimeters in just 1 week. In other words, it's a nigh impossibility.
조용히 해요. 다 똑같으니까.
Shut up already! It's all the same!
고작 그 정도의 충고에도 징징거리는 꼴이라니. 나약하고 한심하고.
How weak. You cannot withstand a few criticisms and come whining like the pathetic soldier you are.
그렇게 자신 있으시면 오티스 씨가 직접 해보는 게 어떠세요?
I would eat whatever Otis gave to me. Probably. If you're so sure of yourself, Otis, why don't you do it yourself then? As courageous as his rebuttal was, his eyes were shut tight.
어쩔 수 없군.
You leave me no choice.
비켜서라 패잔병들. 결국
Aw.
몸이 나서야 하는 것인가?
Out of my way, stragglers. It's about time someone led this troop. In a series of turbulent events I didn't fully catch, Merceau took up Gregor's culinary antenna and taupe blanche? Question mark? The kitchen grew busy with Gregor's sinners. Oh wait, Gregor's sinners moved according to Merceau's orders.
마르소군! 이것 보시오!
Aw.
귀엽게 별 모양으로 깎아본!
Behold, Merceau, I have carved this one into the adorable shape of a star.
감자는 정사각형으로 반드시 잘라야 한다.
Potatoes should be cut into square pieces so that they may be evenly cooked on all sides.
하지마!
Nevertheless,
정사각형 5cm.
square shapes, 5 centimeters. Merceau looked more charismatic than ever with the mantle of head chef upon his shoulder.
알게 뭐야. 닭 요리가 거기서 거기겠지.
Whatever. A chicken's a chicken. It can only be so special.
그 잃어버린 레시피라는 것도 알고 보면 뭐 정성 한 스푼, 노력 세 스푼 반 이런 거 아니었을까?
Who knows? That lost recipe of his might have been all superficial stuff like 1 spoon of earnestness and 3 scoops of effort, ne?
아, 감자는 이렇게 요리하는 것이었군요.
Oh, so this is how you cook potatoes.
설마 바삭하게 구워진 채로 수확되는 거라고 생각했냐?
What the? You thought they harvested baked potatoes out in the field?
아, 저를 바보 취급하시는군요.
Taking me for a fool, aren't you?
때가 되면 무르익은 감자 열매가 나무에서 떨어지는 것 정도는 알고 있어요.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. Obviously, ripe potatoes fall from their trees when the time is right.
농담이에요, 히스클리프 씨.
I was just kidding, Heathcliff.
어? 왜 갑자기 다지기용 방망이를 들고?
Oh, what are you planning to do with that tenderizer?
감자의 말갛게 꽃이 피었어. 아, 이런 척박한 환경에도 결국 봉우리는 튀우는구려.
A serene flower has blossomed on this yam. Ah, so a bud can indeed bloom even upon this barren ground.
독이 있다는 신호이니 당장 분질러버려야 한다.
Not the flower
Don't
potato
I'm sorry.
yam! No! That is a sign that the potato is poisonous and must be disposed of immediately. Don Quixote, confiscate it. Righty-ho!
아니래요.
Please do not do such.
탄 것은 탄 것대로 의미가 있어. 사실 탔다는
I
것은
love
인간들이
him.
정의하는
He's
허구의
so
개념일
quirky.
뿐이고 그 본질은 변한 것이 아닐지도 모르.
Burnt things are significant in their own ways. In truth, the state of being burnt may as well be an imaginary concept defined by the man when the essence of an object remains unchanged.
고온의 장시간
Well, he's like,
노출이 되어
what are you talking about?
거품이 일정 색 이상 변질되었고 매캐한 냄새가 나는 걸 타는 것이라고 한다.
Burnt refers to the condition in which a food item is discolored beyond a certain degree and produces an acrid smell after prolonged exposure to high heat. Yisang.
그리고 이것은 안까지 탔군.
No.
장기적인 섭취를 할 경우 몸에 부정
He would
반응을 일으킬 수
never.
있으므로 버려야 옳다.
And this one has burnt to its core. It is only right to discard it as long-term consumption of burnt food can negatively impact the body.
섭섭하오.
How regrettable. I'd eat it, Yisang. I'd do it for you. Merceau became a ruthless chef while Yisang remained mostly unhelpful. Heathcliff was peeling ingredients at a surprisingly brisk pace.
말 걸지 마. 집중력 깨지니까.
Don't gab at me, it'll ruin my focus.
칼 따위는 사치야. 진정한 가난뱅이는
Spud.
새 숟가락 하나만으로도 모든 감자를 벗겨낼 수 있는 법이니까.
Knives are a real luxury. A real pauper can peel any spud with nothing more than a metal spoon.
합격이다.
아싸!
I didn't see it. This gets a pass. You are rewarded extra points for the expertise displayed in your aslant strokes. That's class!
똑바로 보도록. 재료는 골고루 넣어야 한다. 편식이나 해대니까 키가 안 자라는 거다.
Watch closely. You need to employ a wide variety of ingredients. Being a picky eater is what stunted your growth.
전 아직 성장기란 말이에요.
I can still get taller from here.
아마도요.
I think.
그리고 영양을 불균형하게 섭취하니까 머리가 그렇게 하얗게 새는 거지.
Also, an unbalanced diet is the reason why your hair's turned all gray.
파우스트는 본래
Faust has always had.
손이 그렇게 거칠어지게 된 것도 다 편식 때문에 그런 거다.
Your hands in particular have become coarse and rough for the same reason.
왜? 이건 오랜 뱃일 때문에 그런 거예요.
Excuse me? This is because of all the work I did aboard the ship.
오티스 씨, 나는 어때?
Me next, Otis. What about me? What's the diagnosis?
정신없게 소리 지르지 마라. 경박스럽다.
Don't yell frivolously like that. You're being a distraction. No, Merceau. Isang, do not let him cook.
야, 오랜만에 발 뻗고 눕네요.
I
계속
would
이대로
trust
돈
him.
모아서 더 좋은 장비를 달아야겠어요.
Wait, no, I want to claim them all at once. Ruined. Alright, at least this one is just bongies. Bongies. That's a fun word to say. Hello?
시간이군.
I swear I clicked on it. Also, lest I jinx it,
다들 집중해줘.
may I just say I am shocked that, like, you know, an hour ago we had a pretty,
이딴 건 많이.
you know, apparent
손끝이라도
issues
기르는
with
자가 있다면.
service provider that shall not be named, and it has not done that since. It's a mere factual statement.
이대로만 계속해보면
Hello.
좋을 텐데.
Thank you.
정리하겠습니다.
Holy moly.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아?
Wait, their dodges are
계속
funny.
나아가 보자.
I love them. They're my little guys. The little guys. Alright, get them out of here. Ah, please, my mouse. Don't do this to me right now.
겁나. 내게
I must clear as fast as possible.
귀찮게 끌지
Alright, we
말지.
can't get it this turn, boo. Next turn. 3 turns. Wait, is this wave 1 or 2? Let me check. I can't check. Sigh. Oh no, it's 1 out of 2. Ew.
하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
Boo.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸
Alright.
끝마쳐야 하지
1,
않겠어?
2.
그쪽으로.
It's fine.
이제 보자. 하나를 찔렀어.
Out of my face.
완성되었나?
Please.
성공했어.
Imagine if this
개체가
team
여기서 움직이지 않네.
had any pride
이대로
generation,
다른
and I could
애들도
just
전부
use this and
움직일 수
probably
없게
just win.
그쪽으로.
Hello? The first time it flips heads in this battle. Wow. And Hong Lu's already at 45 SP. Everyone else,
꼬맹이.
not doing as good. Boy. Swagger. This is why you got your chef hat revoked.
모조리 치워버리.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어.
Yeah, we can
적들이
keep
충분히
that.
나약해졌다는 거지.
Let's do this.
스플레도 될 것 같아.
You.
이리로 와.
Minimize the turn count so we can leave. Maybe we will end up starting Kanto 4 today,
모조리
which
치워버리.
would be
여기.
exciting.
엽서니까.
Assuming there is no dungeon at the end, I assume it's just a boss.
하지만 아직 부족해.
It's a chicken like, wow, you are the worst chefs I've ever seen in my entire life. I never want to see any of you again. And then that's the end. Alright. That should be fine.
즉시 퇴거하시죠.
Be gone.
이제야 완성되었나?
Hooray! Who won this time? Otis! Good job!
불청객들을 남김없이 모조리 처리했어.
Wait, there is a dungeon? What's the 10th level then? Well, I jinxed it, Lamau. Surely it's... Well, it's one module. I wonder how many floors it is. Oh well. Into the dungeons we go. Again. You know we only have 2 chances left, right, team? How about we start with Merceau's, made by following the formula to a T. Prepared with pinpoint precision, Merceau's dish looked like a picture in a cookbook come to life. It's gonna taste like a piece of cardboard. Right, we have something that looks like an actual serving, so that's a good start. After having a taste of Merceau's work, the restaurant owner quietly savored it, contemplating it for a while. Ding! I had to ruminate on this dish for a long time. It was an excellent serving, in all tangible ways. The smell, the taste, the presentation. Yet, I feel that it was missing something I couldn't quite describe with words. And that was professionalism as a cook. An ironic smidgen with a blemish with imperfection. Ding! That's why this dish cannot get a pass, unfortunately. Oh no.
갑자기 품격 있는 심사위원장이 된 것 같네요.
He suddenly started sounding like a posh judge.
누가 저 새끼 가면 벗겨봐. 뒤틀렸다는 게 삐뚤어진 정신머리를 뜻하는 걸 수도 있잖아.
Someone tugged the mask off that bladder's head. The only thing distorted about him might be his crooked attitude.
인정한다.
I'm not saying that.
그래도 후회 없는 승부였다고 생각한다.
Nevertheless, I hold no regrets over this battle. At least the chickens aren't bum rushing us this time. With only one chance left, Otis brought her dish to the table. It looks neat, nothing too fancy, but still, simple and clean. Ha! What are these couple of needles on the dish for, Otis? They look like a clock's hands.
관리자님을 존경하는 마음을 담아 소박하게나마 장식을
Thank
해봤어.
you, Otis. They're a simple decoration I added in tribute to you, Executive Manager. Ooh, I'd give bonus points if I could. The comment that followed from the owner was too sensational for me to put into words.
우리 이게 뭐니? 왜 머리에 해괴망측한 가면이나 쓰고 있는 거야?
You're such a mess. What are you doing with that freaky mask on your head?
엄마 때는 말이야. 별별 일 다 겪어도
Wait, that's what the
어떻게든
point of the
살아줬어.
mask is.
고작 그런 거 가지고 낙담하면 이 험한 세상을 어떻게 살아갈래 정말?
Back in your mama's day, we grinned and bore with all sorts of nonsense. How are you gonna live through this unforgiving world if you get all heartbroken over something so small? Get it together already. My mother was always like that. Rather than kind and caring words, she would scold me with her nitpicky lectures. She was so particular about chicken, too, rarely touching a piece that anyone else would take in a heartbeat. Running this restaurant, I had forgotten something important, how much I fucking hated her. Oh, Mother. Now's our chance. The distortion or whatever on him is weakening.
이것 보세요. 사장님 앞에 어디론가 향하는 문 같은 것이 생겨났어요.
Look at this. Some kind of door has appeared next to him. He's having a ratatouille moment.
이 안으로 들어가야 하는 걸까요?
Should we go through it?
대체 OT 요리는 뭐가 달랐던 거야?
What made Odie's dish stand out anyway? Because she's best girl.
진입하지 제군들. 끝장을 보러 간다.
Let us march, soldiers. May we see the end of this. Good job, Otis. Woo! Hello? Hello? The mirror dungeons? Take me away. Wait. I did say I was gonna use sinking, so... I don't actually know what the best one is, but that's what we're doing. That means that Hook Hong Lu is gonna get benched for now. For now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we have 6. Okay. We're in the fucking dungeon. Fuck it, we take the question marks. Why is there cost? Wait, is there more floors? Hold up. Humor me. I am in the dungeons. Help! Wait, it's only floor 1. Maybe. Nice. Alright. I do kind of want the money, but I also don't want to do a... I don't want to do a focus encounter. Here, we gotta change up our team. Not you. Oh.
파우스트가 맞이하시.
It's only 5. I'm used to the 6 of the dungeons. Oh my god. Look at him. I need to uptie for him. S tier drip character. One of the best looking in the game, and if you disagree, you have objectively bad taste. According to me.
직접 알게 함이라.
Wham. Ah, but the paint splatters are so good. But at the same time, I look at the branch, and it's like, damn, stab me with the branch next? Question mark? No. What? I can't believe Rhodians actually won that. I feel like whenever I try and save a skill or use a skill 1 to save a skill 3 so I can discard it, it never works how I want it to work. It finally worked. And this time I will make sure to take all the checks because good riddance. If I ever have to go through a Cromer situation again, where I accidentally miss something and it griefed me in the boss battle, and I had to rent someone's over-leveled Captain Ishmael, I will be a little upset. I mean, I'll do it again. I don't have qualms with it. But it was an easily preventable scenario, right? We go here, down, up. All right. Pull it up. That must be snakes, bugs, or the symbolization of fulfilled peace. Wait, I didn't. Those sacks of flesh entangled in painful ways must be the remains of those who perished in a war fought in the past. Now it moves like a living thing, wandering where the smoke war may have taken place. Bleed ego. That's like the worst one that I could get. You mean when I have my sinking team? When I have my sinking team? While it stood still, we carefully approached it. We remove a part of it, those bound to it might find a momentary peace. Taking off a piece of the wire was surprisingly easy. However, the flesh lumps show no change. Wait, it's as though they are telling us that this won't be remotely sufficient to something. Smoking wires. Wire. Oh, that one. Okay, never mind. I have seen that one. I want to do the least amount of Abno battles as possible, just for speed's sake. I assume this is, when this was released, is when people got Chef Ryoshu and Chef Gregor. Which I'm assuming means that there's one where you have to fight my arch nemesis, Bamboo-Hatted Kim. My nemesis. Some say we are fighting to this day. A shout out to me trying to use him in Ruina. I'm like, wow, this guy just does not feel very strong. And then I benched him forever. Good riddance. I don't know why I'm looking. You know what? That's why I benched Diechi Rodion in Mirror Dungeons. It's because I don't want to have to look out for her skills. I just want to hit win rate. I don't want to have to read. Alright, out of here. Surely the abnormalities will just be like little bongies. Whittle bongies. The babies. Right. Moving on. And then after that we move down. Ooh. Alright. Oh, focused encounters, how I did not miss you. Wow. Can we at least have one skill that'll OCOM? We have sinking. We have one sinking ego gift. And one bleed one that isn't doing anything. Yeah. But I think everyone on this team inflicts some sinking. Which is why it is pseudo-sinking team. Alright, get him out of here. Get them out of here. Perfect. Okay. Ooh, portrait. I hecking hate mirror dungeons. I love getting one piece that I need for fusion gifts and then I never encounter the other one. I want to be a completionist, but I can't. It's super annoying. And I know that some of them are probably just locked behind contos that I have not done. Which is also kind of annoying, but like, I get it. They don't want me to get spoilers, but at the same time, I have not seen the pack with Chromer in it a single time. I assume that's a thing. Because I've seen one Kanto 3 one, but then there's another one I haven't gotten. And, you know, I can only assume that's what it is. I've gotten like everything else that I can get. Please. Let me be in completionist. Within reason. Alright, win rates. blocking.
하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
뭐지?
Surely we win this turn.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
Wait, what is this downward
모든 걸
line?
끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
여기가 엽석일걸.
And gone.
하늘을
Oh.
찔렀어.
There's one more. Eep. You're joking. Okay. I was like, you're fucking joking. You're joking!
맞는 거야.
Alright, get out of here. And now we don't have to fight anything, and I assume that the boss is just gonna be the chicken. The big chicken, not the bongies. What is this? Some folks are blocking the way. They're sitting on a deck yelling at each other. Look at this succulent piece. The rich juice running down the fibers of luscious meat. This is what chicken is about. Wrong. This piece has a clean taste with not an ounce of grease tainting the tongue. This is the real deal. The two turn around at the same time to face you. You there. Which is better? Hello. How are you doing today? All right. Ego gift. Ego gift. The breast, the drumstick, chicken. I don't know. I'll pick the first one. That's true. An irrefutable point. They lowered their hands and settled down. What a strange thing we were fighting over. They're right. The one truth is that chicken is always right. After a passionate handshake, the two gave you their buckets of chicken. A wise gourmet such as yourself deserves both pieces. Please, take this. We insist. Yeah, I picked the right choice. Chicken is chicken. Yeah, chicken is chicken. And now I want chicken. But I don't have any. Alright, I don't have any burn. I have thinking, and that's it. Okay, I probably do have Philip Sinclair on the bench, but at 0 SP, he's not getting off that bench. When inflicting rupture, and we also do not have rupture, dry to the bone breast. Shout out if your breasts are dry to the bone. I'm sorry for saying that. They just cooked this fucker. I hate him. Damp and slippery. This is the Emerald Forest. Can we kick his ass? I actually don't want to fight him. Get under this umbrella. I hate you. I'll just pass the check. I don't want to fight him. I feel like he stealth rolls really high out of nowhere, and then I'm like, oh no, it hurts. I'm staggered. I got the clover with no poise. Wow, it's okay. Let's heal everyone. We didn't really need to do that. Do we have any sinking? The sink. Sure. They'll lose offense and defense level. Sounds good. Alright. Let us continue. The team.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
And we shall go. I'm sorry, Big Chicken. We're gonna have to fight. When Isang was unnerfed, those used to work on him, and he would always get both statuses off every time, causing him to get his skill 2 off more often. Do you mean Ring Isang? Like the change that just happened? Ring. Okay, yeah. I do realize that they nerfed him, but also I used him in Mirror Dungeon earlier, and to be fair, it was the not hard Mirror Dungeon, so asterisk. And he still did really well, so like they didn't nerf him, so what was the point? They gave me back my uptie materials just for me to uptie for him again. Okay. I mean, wow, I'm having visions I've never seen before. These must be his memories.
충격을 받아서 부분적으로
Whoa.
장면일 수도 있겠군요.
They might be recollections that he partially lost due to the shock.
후, 찾아내기 힘들었어.
Also, have you ever tried to move your ring finger all on your own?
숨겨져 있을 줄 알았는데.
Yeah, I have, and every time I'm like, God fucking damn it, why are the muscles intertwined with your pinky? I don't get it. Like, you can if you try really hard, but like, realistically, it's not doable. Anyway, wait. It's this guy. He looks like a green bean wearing this. Phew, I finally found it. I thought he's fucking plankton. I finally found the secret formula. That's, yeah. Phew, I finally found it. I thought he'd kept his top secret recipe locked up tight and away, but he was using it as a trivet to eat ramen. What is a trivet? Or a trivet?
그건 우리 식당 레시피?
He's huge.
어떻게 찾아낸 거지?
Is that my restaurant's recipe? How'd you get your hands on it? I can do it somewhat, but I can do a simple fuck off, but that's it. Oh. All right, hear me out. Here's how this is going to go. We're going to do it. They're going to give us free chicken for life, but since they lost the recipe, the chicken's going to be shit. We're going to be like, fuck, wasted. How'd you get your hands on it?
파일을 확인했다.
I sent a
최저 시급으로도 1시간 일찍 나와서 오픈 준비를 해줄 아르바이트생이 진짜로 존재할 거라고 생각했나?
True, pay them more. I sent a spy. Did you really think a part-timer willing to come in an early hour to help with prep on minimum wage would actually exist? It's something put on a table underneath a hot dish to protect the table. And you do pronounce the T at the end. Okay. Interesting. Thank you for the fun fact, Sudoku.
왜 이런 짓을?
But why? Why would you?
어쩔 수 없어. 본사에서 제시한 만큼의 실적을 못
Maybe it
낸다면
deserves
우리
to be
가게는
shut
문을
down.
닫을 수밖에 없다고.
Time to re-uptie my stuff. No, seriously. Although, I might have uptie 3'd my ring Otis, but then I got refunded and I spent the stuff to uptie 4 Hook Honglu. But who's to say? I had no choice. If I don't meet the quota HQ demands from me, my restaurant will be shut down.
그래도 레시피는 전부 내 머릿속에 있어. 설탕 2스푼, 간장
He
1
already
스푼
lost
반에 다진 마늘.
20 days of sleep. Also yummy, soy sauce and garlic. I'll just eat that. The recipe's still in my head. 2 spoons of sugar, 1.5 spoons of soy sauce, then add minced garlic.
소용없어. 개념 소각기에 넣을 생각이거든. 머릿속 기억까지 영영
What the
사라지겠지.
fuck is a concept incinerator? It's no use. I'll have burnt it in the concept incinerator. Any trace of recipe will be gone, including the recipes in your head.
안 돼!
No! Stella!
설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼
Bestie,
반에.
write it down. 2 spoons of sugar, 1.5 spoons of soy sauce.
그러니까 내가 경고했을 때 일찌감치 가게를 접었어야지.
Like I said, you should have shut down your restaurant when I warned you.
설탕 아니,
How did he already incinerate it?
아무것도 기억이 안 나.
2 sugar. No, was it sugar? I can't remember a thing.
그 자식 첫인상부터 마음에 들지 않았어. 검내 금포 붙였을 때부터 알아보았지.
I never liked that pest. Knew he was rotten from all the NSOP signs plastered over his walls.
개념 소각기에 넣었다면 레시피는 영영 되찾을 수 없다고 봐야겠네요.
If it was put in the concept incinerator, that recipe is as good as gone.
개념 소각기가 뭐?
Destroys every trace of one object. The higher the price, the better it is. Like, I get it, but like, if you write it down as it's being incinerated, do the words just like vanish off of the paper? Like that one SCP? I don't know which number it is because that's like part of the lore, and it's told entirely through like a comic, like an informational graphic, where it like eats all the information about it itself. Is it like that? Best analogy. What's a concept incinerator?
아니야.
Yes. All right.
이스마일 표정을 보니까 그다지 묻고 싶지 않아졌어.
Have you been concept incinerated, Ishmael? Could you throw a person in a concept incinerator? I don't know how big they are. Never mind, Ishmael. Your face tells me I don't want to ask about it.
네?
Pardon?
개념 소각기라 한다면
The concept incinerator.
기술을 영구 소멸할 수 있는 대표적인 기술이야.
All right, spoiled milk drinker. It is a trusted method of permanently erasing a technology.
이를테면 파우스트 양이 메피스토펠레스를 발명하기
Not
전에
Mephistopheles.
것이지.
For instance, it has the ability to make it as if Miss Faust never invented Mephistopheles.
시간이 되돌아가는 건가요?
Does it turn things back in time?
아니요. 그저 머릿속에서 없던 일이 되어버릴 뿐.
No, not quite. It simply is oblivionized, as though the brain had never conceived it.
기술과 관련되어 있는 모든 문서,
Ah.
사진, 아주 작고 작은 부품 조각,
Alright, just wait, they'll explain it to me.
뭉개지거나 사라지는 것이요.
Any documentation, photography, the tiniest bits and parts of its composition, and even Miss Faust's own memories will be dimmed and obliterated.
해당 특이점 소각기 제품의 비용에 따라 효과와 범위가 다르지만요.
Well, there you go. The effectiveness and range of the incineration will depend on the price of the product. Bitrate, can you be nice to me? It's doing the thing again. Can you stop? We were doing so well. We were doing so well for an hour, and then I did have to speak on it, and a couple minutes later, what do you know? Wait, it was actually good for an hour and a half. Yes, but it's very expensive that a small one costs the same amount as a worker in a wing. To erase a human would cost around 2/3 of a wing's budget. I mean, if you really wanted to, if it was a really pesky person, then, like, would it not be worth? A really pesky person. They should throw Ian in there. Oh no. He has a voice. It was soy sauce. Though I will say, if it's just 2 sugar, 1 soy sauce, minced garlic, surely you could have, like, come up with it. Like, that doesn't seem like a very complicated recipe. Like, if you're just, what would make a tasty sauce? Yeah, it's true. I can't remember if the marinade was based on pepper or soy sauce, how much sugar or salt I should put. Nothing's left in my head. None of my customers can remember how it tasted. There's no point in trying at this point. It's all useless.
마음부터 물러터졌군. 은봉? 그딴 촌스러운 이름이나 걸고 하니까 장사가 안 되는 거다.
You're soft-hearted. Yunbongs? You should do away with the tacky name and give your restaurant a better title. He's gonna say, damn, Otis reminds me of my fucking mom. Yunbong is my mother's name. Oh.
말 너무 심.
But with enough money, you could totally obliterate 1 person. Alright, who are we obliterating? Wait.
본래 촌스러울수록
Even Otis is like, okay, maybe I went too far. I suppose tacky can also mean a friendly warmth.
문제는 알량한 네 마음가짐이다.
The problem is still your weak will. Just why are you so eager to start fights? Otis is a fighter.
자, 그 글러먹은 태도를 고쳐주지.
Come, I will help fix that helpless attitude of yours. Bitrate? Yeah. We are bit rating a bit. Sorry, but... Ooh. Wait. And as soon as you say that, like, it seems okay. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay-ish. Wait, I thought we were supposed to fight the... I was gonna say, I thought we were supposed to fight the chicken. Yeah.
도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
Alright, we're winning. No! Win rate! I can't even... Oh wait, yeah I can. I'm not gonna stop it. It doesn't matter. You're gonna miss the riveting gameplay. Me clicking win rate. No! Why is it bit rating so hard? I'm going to fight Comcast. I will fist fight you in game. Surely Comcast gets this message if I type it out. Comcast, watch yourself. Except not really. Oh my fucking god, why? Help! It looks like it's still I was gonna say, it looks like it's still kind of going on my end, but, it's also very far behind. So I can't actually tell. just seems very unstable. Anyway, why the fuck does this boss theme go pretty hard? 3, 3, 2. But I need hit Heath shards. I want to get binds to up tie 4. That is totally fair. Well, how good is it? Like, I don't have a Heathcliff to use, and I don't plan on getting one. But, like, how good is it? And I say that mostly because, like, all of my stuff is up tie 3.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가
Tops. Because I have, like, no shard, or no threads. Back to the dungeons. No, not the dungeons. Sucks because, like, I want to get more characters to fill out my team, or, like, more ego. Because I have mostly just base ego. But then they're all stuck at up tie 3. Oh, they don't have to be stuck at up tie 3. Yeah, they kind of do. One-sided guards. Stop. You. Who are you attacking? Alright, you. Faust? Wait, who's fast? Wait. They're all fast. Gregor, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to take this damage.
이딴과 마냥 손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다니.
It be good. I mean, I assume it's good because it's a WoW. But like reading through Otis's binds, it seems like fine. It's okay. Which it feels weird. But also sad because Otis is better, true. Wait, he has a fucking flower filter in his animations. The petals, S tier character. Bitrate. Bitrate, please. I might just end after this if my internet is gonna be annoying. We've done what I wanted to do. We'll see. Last time, I say last time as if it wasn't like an hour and a half ago. It was down for like a couple minutes and then it was fine for a bit.
치킨을 튀기면서 어느샌가 중요한 사실들을
Heathcliff over Otis? Nah! Heathcliff? I don't like him. He's bottom 2 sinners for me. With Merceau. And I'm gonna die on this hill. And that's why I have invested in no Heathcliffs, although I don't have one. And none of my Merceau, which I have like the Leo one. Oh no. Not my burn team that I don't have. Running this chicken joint, I had forgotten something important.
그래. 내가 궁극적으로 만들고 싶었던 치킨은
That's right, the chicken I wanted to cook
어머니조차 맛있게 드실 수 있는 그런 치킨이었다.
was something that even my mother could enjoy.
그 한없이 까다로웠던 입맛까지도 만족시킬 수 있는
Something to please her extremely particular palate.
아니,
No, wait.
사실 알고 있었다.
I knew all along
엄마가 치킨을 드시지 않는 건
she was allergic. The real reason Mama wouldn't eat chicken.
넉넉지 못했던 우리 집의 사정
Don't you
때문이었어.
dunk on Verso like that. He hasn't done anything. He's the one that's standing out to me the least. Like, he did stuff that, like, in this one, but, like, he's whatever. I like everyone else more. So he's automatically at the bottom. Have you seen his burn this chapter? Yeah, and that was pretty good. But I still like most everyone else better. Did you just skip that? That doesn't change where everyone else ranks. Opening up a Chrome tab so we could just see. Because if default, not everyone can be in A tier, S tier, B tier. Someone's gotta be in C tier. Otherwise, what's the point? It's because we couldn't afford to feed the whole family, and we're arguing about Merceau.
그래서
And also,
우리
he's
집에는
French.
항상 쿠폰이 쌓여 있었다. 10개를 모으면 하나를 공짜로 받을 수 있는.
He didn't let Don Quixote cut her potatoes in the star shape. The person is Ryoshu, she's in C tier. You take that back right fucking now. I like Ryoshu. Is Merceau out here girl bossing? No. Exactly. I rest my case. It's why we always had a stash of coupons at home. 10 of them could be exchanged for a free chicken.
어머니는 그걸 모으고 또 모아서
My mother would keep collecting them for me.
당신은 입에도 대지 않을 고작 치킨 한 마리를 먹이기 위해.
You did all that to feed me a chicken you wouldn't eat. Hmm? A pizza.
피자 쿠폰이었네.
These are pizza coupons.
엄마는
Son, your mama.
치킨보단 피자파야.
No, all this tragic backstory. She liked pizza better.
정신이.
Don't get me wrong, she has her moments, but she's just a chain-smoking maniac obsessed with bloody art. Yeah, exactly. She's starting at a better base point. I am more interested in that than whatever the heck Merceau has going on, which is nothing. Ah, my head. He's gone back to normal.
좋은 작전이었다. 당근과 채찍.
Oh, speaking of best girls.
효과적인 전술 방식이지.
그게
Wait, I'm sorry, Otis.
그냥 평소처럼 호되게 막말하고 선제 공격을 한 거랑 무슨 차이가?
Thank you, Fishy. That was a sound plan. The carrot and stick approach is an effective tactic often employed in military operations. That was a plan? I don't see how it was any different from your usual bawling out and striking first.
나와 예송 소년만이 눈치챈 기류제. 잘 따라와줬다.
I will find your address and throw a brick at your window in Minecraft. I'm sorry for having good opinions. Jeez. Like, you're allowed to have bad opinions. It's okay. No need to get mad. It was subtle, and this strapping young lad caught my hint and followed well.
감사합니다, 오티스님.
Thank you, Captain Otis 07. Shout out if you're an Otis fan. Otis fans never lose. You almost called him rookie, didn't you? You almost called my bitrate Comcast. I'm throwing a metaphorical brick in your metaphorical windows. Bitrate, yeah.
감사합니다.
Jeez,
새
stop.
출발을 할수
Can you
있을
let me
것
get through the damn chapter first, please? Please, and then we can discuss what we wish to do. Maybe I'll try the first thing in Kanto 4, if that's after this, and we'll see where we're at then. I can't thank you enough. I think I'm ready to start anew. Bestie, you need sugar, you need soy sauce, you need garlic.
중요한 건 레시피가 아니었어요. 누군가를 위하는 마음. 설사 그
Not the
형태가
pizza
피자일지라도
coupon.
정성만 담겨 있다면 손님들은 좋아해 줄 거예요.
What if they just got chicken pizza? It wasn't the recipe I needed, as long as I remember to cook from the heart for those I care about, even if it comes in the shape of a pizza. I know my customers will still appreciate their earnest serving.
어이, 저 치킨집에서 무제한 이용권을 준다고 했단 말이야. 어쩔 거야?
Well, their chicken's gonna suck now. Oi, your rival promised us a lifetime vouch of free chicken. What do you have?
나 지금쯤이면 닭다리를
What
종류별로
did I
뜯을
do
줄
to
알았어.
deserve this bonking? What did I do? Grr. I thought I'd be stuffing my face with drumsticks of countless flavors by now.
큰 건 아니지만 이걸 받아주세요.
That's nothing much, but please take this. For your F tier opinions, you mean my S tier opinions? Because I only have good opinions. The owner of Yunbong's gave us a wrapped up box.
가게에 단 하나밖에 없는 귀한 보물입니다.
Oh my fucking god. Can my bitrate be okay for like 5 minutes? It's an invaluable treasure of mine. There's nothing else like it.
하나밖에 없는 걸 우리가 받아도 되겠는가?
It's gonna be a pizza coupon. Could we accept such a rarity from thee?
여러분이 아니었다면 식당을 다시 열지도 못했을 테니까.
I want chicken so bad. I feel like if I walked to the chicken place that's near me, though, I would end up fucking up my foot for a third time, and I can't do that. I can't limp an hour back home again. Well, I could, but like I don't want to. I wouldn't have been able to reopen my restaurant without your help, so I insist. Please take it as your reward.
그렇게 해서 뒤틀림도 해결하고 이 보물을 얻게 된 것이요.
And thus, we had resolved the distortion and claimed our spoils.
어떻소? 깊은 감명이
But you know what? There are
괜찮은
people who I like less than Merceau and Heathcliff, and his name is Mr. Virgilus the Red Gaze, Gays. Pray tell, are you perhaps speechless with astonishment at the glory of our tale?
우리들은 은봉이네로 향했다네부터 듣지 않았어.
We then embarked to Yunbong's was where I tuned out.
아예 처음부터 듣지 않은 거였어.
You're such a fucking hater. That means you have heard nary a word.
어차피 파우스트가 보고서를
He's A tier, he's D tier.
니들의
At
소리
best.
따위를 들어주고
Oh, read
있어야지.
Leviathan! I've read half of Leviathan, okay, and he's still there. Oh no, spoilers for the beginning of Leviathan. Oh no, not the orphanage. Boo, no, that's mean. Alright, he loses to Best Girl, Urple tier. He loses. Yeah. I was trying to remember her name. He's just a hater. He's so mean. So mean to my little sinners. Frick you. Why should I bother listening to your embellished drivel when Faust's report will fill me in on all the details I need? Alright, nerd.
그쪽은 신경 끄고 동키. 우린 빨리 상자를 풀어봐야지.
Come on now, Donkey. Forget about... Wait, Donkey sounds like donkey. No. Forget about this sourpuss and gather round so we can open the box.
뭐가 들어있을까나?
What's in the box? What movie is that from? What's in the box? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I feel like it's referenced in Homestuck. And that's why I know what it is. I'm sorry. What's inside of the box? Surrounded by sinners full of anticipation, the lid was lifted. He's just a grumpy old man who cares about Charon. And, like, I get it that he cares about Charon because she's probably Lapis or whatever that name, whatever the kid's name was, because they look the same. So I imagine that's what it ends up being. But, like, he's too grumpy. I like all my sinners more, and he's just a big old fucking hater. Oh, you're such a failure. Oh, you did this. You leave my Dante alone. Once you stop being so mean to Dante, then you can rise up the ranks.
단 하나밖에 없는
Oh
마스크
my
스킨을
god, it's so
고민이다.
cute.
쓸 일이 있지 않을까 하여 만들었는데 이렇게 드리게 되어
I
기쁘네요.
want this.
웃음.
It's so precious. Meet Bongy, the one and only doll of our mascot. I made it hoping it'd see use one day, but I'm glad to be giving it as a gift of gratitude. Happy emote.
아니야. 이럴 리 없어. 인형 배를
Yeah, but in the
가져가면
early
뭐라도
chapters,
들어있지
he's a bit of
않을까?
an asshole, but he gets better. He better. No way. This can't be it. Maybe he hid something in the plush's belly. Do not gut the Bongy. He did not seem like the kind of person to do that.
처치곤란해서 우리한테 그냥 처분한 거 아닐까?
Was probably trying to get rid of it, and we were there to take it, eh?
그 소각기인가 뭔가에 버리자.
Let's toss this thing in the incinerator. I hate you, Heathcliff. You take that back. And then he says things like this. I have to be a hater. A hand gently tugged at the doll Heathcliff had gripped with such ferocious rage.
하루는 이승객 맘에
Yeah. Yeah, get it, Charon. I love you, Charon. Thank God I didn't need to grind in this event. Question mark? Charon likes this passenger.
대체 어디가 마음에 든다는?
What's there to like about you? What's there to like about?
눈 말고는 아무것도 갖고 있지 않잖아.
It's got eyes and nothing else.
그게 좋아.
It's nice. And also, it's cute.
그래. 그럼 된 거지.
Alright, that's that then. Keep the doll.
눈 말고 아무것도 없다기에는 팔다리랑 몸통도 있다.
Merceau, actually, that is an incorrect assessment. The doll has a torso and limbs. Sorry, Merceau. Just like that, the chicken plushie we got instead of free food for life earned its seat on the bus.
네, 동랑 소장.
Dongrang mentioned. I actually recognize that name. I don't know why, though. Look, I see a bunch of theoretical spoilers, but then I skim past them, but I've definitely seen this name. Yes, Chief Dongrang, the distortion has been resolved. I confirmed it with my own eyes.
처음엔 조금 믿었지 못해 보였는데 이야기를 나누셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 이제 저들을 데려오겠습니다.
Oh, wait, this is kind of spoken through like a walkie-talkie. So should I do this? No. Every single mini chapter there was a calendar, and once you got to a certain point, you would get a reward, and the thresholds were stupidly high. Like, how high, but also what are the rewards? They did seem somewhat unreliable at first, yes, but I believe it should be okay to speak with them. Yes, I'll bring them over now.
이제 어떡하죠?
What now, of all things?
전 주어가 빠진 문장을 싫어합니다.
I dislike sentences that lack a subject.
저 식당이 문을 다시 열면 우리 가게에 손님이 빠져나갈 겁니다. 그럼 할당량을 못 채우게 될
Well,
거고.
bestie, maybe you shouldn't have stolen the secret formula. Once that restaurant reopens, we'll lose our customers. Then I'll miss the quota and...
훔친 레시피를 개념 소각기에 넣었을 때부터 살아남을 궁리를 해두셨어야죠.
You should have started looking for a way to live the moment you put the stolen concept... or the stolen recipe in a concept incinerator.
도둑질을 하려거든 집주인도 못 알아채게 해라. 이 속담도 모르십니까?
Haven't you ever heard the saying, if you rob a house, make sure the homeowner never realizes it?
그런 건 모르는데.
If we're gonna do crimes, you gotta think about it a little harder. I don't know anything about... I didn't...
네, 제가 방금
And this
만들어낸
is why
말은
Rodion from
다음부턴
Crime and
기억하세요.
Punishment is a fool. Killing an old woman and didn't even take, like, her valuables, which was the original plan. SMH. XP tickets, thread, crates, ego, and you needed 1,100 for the second prize, and you only got 35 for dungeon. Holy grinding. Hold up. Real math. Math time, math time. 35 over 1,100. No, wrong way. Over 35. That's 31 runs. That's a lot. Does it cost anything to do them? That's a lot of runs.
그럼 이만
I'll see you around.
손님들 맞을 준비를 해야 해서요.
I have visitors that need greeting. And before long, we were dragged into a mess of unprecedented scale. It got better when YMFTCTV came out, whatever that means. Oh my god, it's so precious.
개화하였구려.
Bongy.
이 순간을
Enkephalon was the cost, just like regular Enkephalon or modules? Alright. Good job, Gregor. Faust always at the bottom, but it's okay, I like her. It's time, gamers. Oh my god, my modules. It's because I want the goddamn... It's because I want to keep leveling up my battle pass. Hello? I'm clicking on it. Alright. Yield my flesh to claim their bones. Ew, disgusting. Anyway, what I was gonna say. Look, I got 342 Yisang shards. I am so close to being able to buy Sun Shower. I need it. And then I'll work on getting Molar Ishmael. What's more important, ranking up Best Boy or Ishmael? And I'm sorry to say, it's not Ishmael. I'm sorry, Ishmael, I love you. What district is this in? Okay. Wish you could send people stuff over the mail. Yeah, me too, but like what would you even send? I feel like that would be a bad business model, which is why like no gacha games would allow you to do that. They have like a friendship system or something, but the friendship system sucks. Anyway, I need to blow my nose real quick, so I'll mute for a couple seconds. Okay, back. Let's say we start Kanto 4. Kanto 4 for more like... Never mind then, what? Kanto 4... I don't know. Kanto 4 tilde. Huh? My bitrate. Okay, if my bitrate's gonna be annoying, I'll just end. What do you mean it has 54 stages? I mean, 54 stages of Isang Kanto. I do not complain. But... See, like, now I also feel like I should pivot over to using him, because it's, like, thematically appropriate. So close. I'm so close to being able to uptie him. Oh wait, no. I will uptie him before I work on Molar Ishmael. I'm sorry. I love you, Ishi. But you know who I love more? Yeah. And I have Maid Ishi, and I like Maid Ishi. Even though she kind of doesn't do anything. But that's okay, I like her. What do you mean it's 54? The Bongy! I will miss you, Bongy.
우리는 야심가도 탐욕가도 아니며 그저 기술을 사랑했던 아이에 불과했지.
Oh, speak more, Isang. We were neither high flyers nor greedy vultures. We were merely children who loved technology.
처음으로 우리가 숨을 쉰다고 느꼈던 그날을 기억하오?
Do you remember the day when we first felt that we were breathing?
그때는 말일세.
Back then,
그 숨만으로도 충분했었어.
that breath alone would suffice.
아님 유독
Or perhaps
그날만 공기가 맑았거나.
it was the air that was exceptionally clear that day. Stark contrast. I love me some emotional whiplash. Anyway, I wish they released a plush of it in general. I wish they released plushies. I think Project Moon plushies would go so unbelievably hard. But it's probably for the best that they don't, because I really like plushies. But I like plushies so much that I have too many. So I don't need more. So it's good because I would definitely want them. I hecking love plushies. But like, what would I even want? Like, obviously the Bongy, because it's really cute. But like, if they did stuff from LobCorp, I mean, obviously I can say nothing there. But like, how would they do that? I don't know. Fragment of the Universe. Good S-tier abnormality, and it's simple. Need a punishing bird plush? Oh, obviously they would do the birds. But then I would want Big Bird. I love Big Bird. I like all of them, but Big Bird. I kind of have a rivalry with Judgment Bird because of how I didn't understand how Chesed suppression happened at first. And then Apoc Bird. But like, how would they do that? But also, I love you, Apoc Bird. If they ever make an Apoc Bird, or honestly any of the birds, but like they have the drip, I'm gonna go so crazy. Ooh, it's gonna be a good day. I know that wouldn't be for like a long while, but I was thinking about this, like, damn, my bitrate. Yeah, any of the Alephs, I would be really happy if we got some sort of XP of, except for my arch nemesis. I'm going to squish that little heart in my bare hands. Abe, Army in Black. Fuck that abnormality. And I feel like nobody hates it as much as I do. Probably rightfully so. All the other ones would be good. Fuck you, Abe. Worst left. But like, also, how would they do a censored? They wouldn't. They couldn't. It doesn't have gear. Sad. But probably for the best. Anyway, enough of me talking about Abe. The view is obstructed by smoke and dust. Terrified screams, hopeless outcries, pained moans, and the sounds of hard objects breaking create a cacophony.
시계를 돌려야 할 시간이요.
It is time to turn the clock. I can hear Yi Sang, the only conscious sinner at the moment, muster up his remaining strength to speak. We gotta wait for him to speak. For my KBPS. By the way, like, I know it is bitrate, but like, what does KBPS stand for? I want a Plague Doctor plush, and I would make it so that there would be a zipper on it, and you open it up, and you would find a small white knight in it. That's kind of a banger idea. But also, I was thinking, so you know, like those reversible octopus plushies? It would be like a Plague Doctor, you flip it inside out, bam, white knight. But also, I just like White Knight, so any White Knight rep, that'd be pretty nice. I think that people overhype White Knight's difficulty. I dealt with that thing in Hawkma Suppression, it was fine. It gives you 3 minutes. That's a long-ass time. The others are among the floor, dismembered corpses like powerless puppets. You know what? Playing this game is really weird. Because you have, like, your in-game combat centers, and they do really well, and they're really strong. But then you have story centers, and they're super weak, and they're always dying. Like, huh? Just put on your strong identities and win. Fatal injuries were left by an abnormality. Let me see it. Let me see it. I want to see it. Yet, we are in the middle of a nest. Weren't abnormalities supposed to be confined within lobotomy corpse branches facilities or something? Meanwhile, the abnormality pierced Yi-sung's abdomen as I wondered, no! I had no one else to share this question with.
이번엔 어디를 가는 건가요?
Where are we going this time? But Doctor and White Knight have completely different body types, so it's likely impossible. Yes. I don't know, if you made the body mostly wings for White Knight, maybe. I don't know. I feel like White Knight without the wings, if it's just the little fetus thing, then it's like, what's the point? Where are we going this time? The sinners seem to grow quite accustomed to this work. As if we were on a road trip, some were far less hesitant to ask about our next destination.
아니요. 이번 작전의 시작점은 장소가 아니라 사람입니다.
That's not quite the right question. This mission begins with a person rather than a place.
사람이라 하였소?
A person, you say.
의뢰인이 계시거든요.
We happen to have a client.
그건 저희가 해결사 사무소처럼 외부로부터 의뢰까지 받는다는 소리예요?
Why does her jacket just say Ishma? You mean we take requests from outside like we're a fixer office or something?
벌써부터 의뢰가 몰아치고 있는 겐가? 훌륭하군. 곧 이름 날리는
That way.
해결사가 되어버릴지도.
Okay, yeah. I'm getting annoyed. I'm probably going to end after this chapter. And we'll just continue this at a later date. Whatever, I did what I wanted to do. The connection did better than I thought it would, if I'm being completely honest, which should tell you the state of the network over here. Anyway. Oh, hath our carriage begun to be frequented by requests already? Excelente. It may take little time at all to become a renowned fixer.
조용. 질문에 대한 대답은 내가 한다.
Quiet. I'll be answering questions.
너희도 알다시피 황금가재라는 존재는 비교적 최근에 발견된 개념이다.
As you all know, the golden bows are a relatively recent discovery.
다행스럽게도 일전에 거쳐온 J사나 D사는 황금가지에
It's
특별한
getting worse
관심을
now.
두지
Why?
않았어.
Let me finish. Fortunately, J Corp and D Corp didn't have much interest when we visited their districts.
그래서 뒷골목에 잡배들이
How big is the city?
설렁거리거나 변변치 않은 것들이 조직을 만들어 점령하곤 했지.
Because they make it sound like they can traverse between districts really easily. Or like it's a day trip. But I don't know, it seems bigger than that. I would think it would be bigger than that, but I mean, I guess if it's a city. But some cities are really big. I don't know. This is why those facilities were populated by no more than backstreet miscreants or ragtag syndicates.
하지만 일찌감치 황금가지의 존재를 눈치채기도 한 날개도 있지. 지금 우리가 있는 K사처럼.
However, there are wings that have caught wind of their existence and value early, like K-Corp, whose turf we're in right now. Oh, we're still in K-Corp?
응? 하지만 K사에 있었던 황금가지는 우리가 이미 얻은 거 아니었어?
But I thought we'd already taken the golden bough here in K-Corp's nest.
하나의 날개에 하나의 황금가지만 존재하는.
That is true. They were only related to branches. I never said that there are any rules that say only one bough may exist in a district.
로보토미 지부는 우리의 생각보다 복잡하다. 말 그대로 가지처럼 곳곳에 뻗어 있지.
Alright, as an aside, wait, let me read it first. The distribution of Lobotomy Corp branch facilities is more complicated than you'd expect. They can be found anywhere, spread quite literally like tree branches. I mean, like, of course I'm gonna say, like, if you're playing this as your first Project Moon game, you're not gonna have the best experience because, I mean, like, you're probably gonna have a good time, but you're not going to have all the context that you get from the previous games. And I think that this kind of stuff is really interesting, having played LobCorp, because it's like, you know, you're managing, you're producing a whole bunch of energy. And in this, you really grasped how much L Corp was doing for the entire city. And how much different it is now that they're not producing, you know, slews of energy. And why people are clamoring over themselves to get what remains. And the remains aren't nearly probably the same as just getting the consistent enkephalin boxes that, you know, you get from L Corp. And I also think it's funny that, yeah, it's bit rating too hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll just let it wait for a little. It's bit rating too hard. Maybe. Give me a sec. It kind of is. It was doing this last time, but like I don't just want to leave it off here. I don't know. Should I just finish the chapter? Should I just finish the chapter by myself? Because, like, I don't know, it feels bad. Can't share it with the class. But yeah, I do definitely see that it is highly unstable. So, yeah. Good riddance. Couldn't even get through the chat. Couldn't even get through the stage. No. What do you want me to do then? What do I do then, bruh? Make up your minds. What do you want from me? Do I just... How do I leave? Settings. I can't just leave in the middle of the story. I have to finish reading it. Try again tomorrow. I am not doing that. Lamau. It'll be better tomorrow. It's been It's been this way all week. Please, please, just long enough for me to finish the goddamn chapter. I'm begging. Please, Comcast, just give me like 10 minutes. Sigh. Why? Why'd I gotta do this now? Annoyed. Damn, well I guess you gotta keep going, yeah, with my 0 bitrate streaming. Lamau. How does it even look? See, because like I have my OBS open, and I just see it stuttering. But, I mean, my OBS is still like, going. It'll be heavily delayed. I see. Well, I'll keep reading, and I'll send you off, I guess. I'll just keep going. It doesn't seem like it's getting better, really. I'll try and speedrun. Yeah, the distribution. And you know what? You can watch the VODs. I finally started keeping track of my VODs, so maybe I'll upload them to a channel soon. Who knows? Like how the one was connected to our estate's basement.
황금가지에 대한 소유권은 아직까지 명확히 정의된 바가 없다.
There also haven't been any clear definition about who owns the bows. Low. Let me just change the title so that the folks know. Low bitrate streaming. God, it's so bad. There haven't been any clear indication about who owns the bows.
그렇기 때문에 황금가지를 최초로 발견한 자에게 소유권이 넘어간다라는 원시적인 규칙을 적용하고 있을 뿐이고.
Which is why everyone's playing by the primitive rule that the first finders of a bow are its keepers.
뭐 잠들어 있는 보물은 원래 먼저 찜한 사람이 가지는 거니까.
Square up. This is ridiculous. Well, that's how it usually goes with slumbering treasures.
그래서 황금가지 소유권을 조건으로 의뢰를 받았다는 소린가?
I wonder how the VOD's gonna look. In that case, are you telling us we've accepted the request to earn ownership of a golden bow?
정확히는 그쪽에서 거래를 제안해 온 거지.
To be exact, they made the offer first.
우리로서는 황금가지가 걸려 있는 의뢰인이만큼 선택의 여지는.
Since the golden bow is on the line, we have nothing. There is nothing. We are losing help. No choice. I get it now.
그러니 이 얘기를 언제까지 반복해야 할지 모르겠지만 의뢰인에게 밉보일 행동은.
How is it just constantly at 0? Sorry, I'm distracted. Thus, I don't know how many times I have to remind you of this, but do not do anything to aggravate the client. By the way.
자, 그럼 목적지에 도착할 때까지 닥치고 있도록 늘 하던 대로 말이야.
Now then, keep your mouth shut until you're there, as usual.
단테 씨가 무언가를 말하려는 것 같았어요.
Dante seemed to have something to say. Thank you, Faust.
미안하게 됐습니다, 단테. 째깍거리는.
Virgil is so mean. And since I'm Dante Nation, I have to be on their side. Sorry about that, Dante. I do hope you understand that it's quite cumbersome to grow used to the concept that the ticking of a clock can be something to respond to. So what are the golden bows used for anyway? When I think about it, all we were told was a vague order to collect them and nothing what the company plans to do with them.
그가 황금가지의 쓰임새에 대해 묻고 있군요.
They were asking of the purpose of the golden bows.
드디어 반출하는 것을 하는 겁니까, 관리자 단테?
You are... I can't stand your ass.
호기심을 다 가지시다니.
I see you finally become to ruminate on subjects, Manager Dante. Here you are, growing curious about the company's plans. Frick you, Virgil.
그렇다면 이 길잡이도 친절한 설명을 통해 관리를 도와야만 하겠군요.
Then I ought to aid your management as a guide by providing kind explanation. No thanks.
황금가지라는 건
The golden boughs.
말 그대로 가지입니다. 줄기에서 뻗어나가고자 하는 부분이 있다면 그것을 가지라고 부르지요. 그리고 그 가지는 황금색으로 빛나죠.
Thanks for the comedy music game. They are branches, as their name suggests. That's what we call stems growing from the trunk of a tree. These ones happen to have a golden glow.
오, 과연
Whoa, forsooth! Don Quixote was the only one responding passionately to this information. Thanks to this exchange, he painted me as an ignorant bloke who doesn't even know what a branch is. Yeah, fuck you, Virgil. Rhodius shrugs at me as if to chafe me for expecting a real answer.
베르, 길이 막혔어. 돌아가야 해.
Verge, the road is blocked. Should I go around it?
막혔다고요?
It's blocked?
막다른 길은 이상한데요. 더군다나 K사 둥지 한복판에
Oh, we're in the past. Strange that there's a blocked road. This is in the middle of K-Corp Nest too, so it's unlikely that there's a scene. Before Ishmael could finish her sentence, a dull thud at the window interrupted her.
방금 버스에 부딪혀서 튕겨져 나간 거 사람이었지?
Something just got flung at the bus and boinked off. That was a person, wasn't it?
40대 초반으로 보이는 남성. 후두부에 큰 손상을 입은 것 같군. 부딪히기 전부터 죽어 있었다.
Alright, a male individual who appears to be in his early 40s. There seems to be a serious injury in his occipital region. He already died before the impact.
그래, 단순한 소동은 아닌 듯하군.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the average scuffle.
내려 해결할 수 있는 문제라면 해결한 후 다시 돌아오고.
Hit stop. If it's a problem you can handle, come back after you're done.
그럴 수 있는 문제가 아니라면?
And what about if it isn't?
해결이 될 때까지 끊임없이 시계가 돌려지겠지.
The clock will have to be spun until it's dealt with. Yeah, that's one elegant way to tell us to go die 1,000 deaths. Yeah, fuck you, Virgil.
그럼
He's just our mean boss. Now then,
전원 하차.
off the bus.
왜? 어차피 이렇게 말할 거 아니었어? 대신 말해준 거잖아.
What? Weren't you about to say the same thing anyway? Save you the trouble.
기대되네요. 이번엔 또 어떤 모험이 우리를 기다리고 있을까요?
I just can't wait. What adventures are in store for us this time? Alright, since this is being really annoying and I'm annoyed and we started the first time the first thing of chapter 4 or Kanto 4, I'm going to save the rest for another time when hopefully my bitrate will not be absolutely fucking atrocious and you don't have to deal with this massive delay. So for now, I'm going to end. Honestly, let me see if I can do this while my internet is absolutely garbage. It's going really low. Hell yeah, it's working. All right, we're gonna raid Hecate again. She's playing Limbus too. She's on Kanto 3, so be nice. Anyway. Oh my god, my mouse. All right, so cool. I will try and stream again tomorrow, but if my internet is bad, then I won't. All right, and you honestly. Join to know if there's issues, Lamau. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be because I don't have social media. You don't have to, but yeah, if there's gonna be issues, I'm gonna I'll change my title. What? I unrated